Alright guys, we are back. Game 2 on the round of 16 between Shrek is Love and Team Zenzyg. As, we'll see what they have to pull out for us in Game 2. Obviously Game 1 going Ogre's way relatively quickly, and not particularly surprising about that, but I think Zenzyg doing a few things in there that showed some promise, so maybe they can survive a little bit longer in this game, get some more farm on their notable heroes like that Magnus, get PKs up and stuff, and manage to take another game, forced to a game 3, and not have to drop to the losers bracket right off the bat. I'm sure they would not appreciate that. I do notice other guy I think was on some other team, which is funny now that I say it, but I don't know what it was. I swear to God I remember that guy's name though. So he's done something before. I don't know around me if you have any idea who that guy is. I'm guessing no.
I know none of these people.
Right. Somebody got a Druid's tag here, so it's not bad. But yeah, I mean, Silver Division team, we'll see how they can fare against Ogre. My suspicion is not particularly well, but we've seen crazier stuff already, especially with HoN Tour yesterday and even today. You know, will keep bowing out as quickly as they did. But this draft's going pretty damn fast here. Parasite and Tempest, first two bans right off the bat, as they remove the jungle options. Cthulhu and Swiftblade getting taken out by Cluckmuck, so that leaves the Rhapsody and the Magnus open, and both of those get picked up by Ogre. So I'm confused by Legion's draft.
It's also possible they have no idea what they're doing. I mean,
Yeah.
That's what happens when I draft.
Right, okay. Well, I mean, it's not that hard. Pick Swiftblade, first of all. If you can't pick Swiftblade, pick Rhapsody. And if you can't pick either of those heroes, then you've probably done something wrong already. Pick Tempest or Magnus or something. I mean, there's... Like, Ophelia first pick is kind of odd. I guess they wanted to quarter the market on the junglers as they did ban out the Tempest and the Parasite, so they figure we ban those two heroes and we first pick Ophelia. The problem with that is, now you've gone up Rhapsody, and then you second pick the Master of Arms, and then they take Magnus. So, I kind of get the strat with the Oath. I don't understand second pick Master of Arms at all.
Yeah, I don't know. But Rhapsody did make it to 4th pick in one of our games.
Yeah, she's been a lot lower valued recently. We've seen it in Diamond as well. I think she got 5th picked one game. And I don't know if it's because she did not have a great performance last cycle or what, but people don't seem to be valuing her quite as highly anymore. I don't think that's correct. I think she just kind of had a fluky performance, and she's getting picked up all the time now because people are like, oh yeah, she's only a good support. So, I mean, you keep doing that, eventually you're just going to have a weird fluky situation where you have a bad cycle, but I don't know, I still value that hero extremely highly, so we'll see. I mean, right off the bat, I love the Wrap Keeper combination. That's so damn powerful when it comes to the push. And I don't know, you're expecting Keeper Jungle, Keeper Suicide here, what do you think?
Let's see. I'm gonna say jungle.
Correct answer. I mean,
Because
I don't know if it was the correct answer, but I agree with you.
I think they're gonna jungle so they can get an early push on top tower. Yeah.
And that would certainly make sense. And I think Bunny General does play the Keeper of the Forest, so Legion decides to attempt to ban all the junglers. Neglected at least one. Too bad. I could see somebody saying I could see Zig improving into high gold or even diamond eventually. Okay. Based on what we saw in game 1, I disagree. But I suppose anything is possible. I mean, I'm sure as you can attest, the depth in gold division right now is pretty fantastic. Like,
Yeah, there are a lot of good teams in there.
yeah, I mean, you can go 5-6 teams deep in the gold division and say, yeah, that team could be in diamond. Maybe even further. And it's just like, it's so hard to predict who's, you know, in that mid-tier, top-tier sync, obviously, and then below that, you know, maybe BMG and Tree. Maybe you put Null or Willow Key or Reason or something like that in there. I don't think so, especially because Reason going to gold now. But there you go. There's another thing. Reason's in gold division.
Yeah, those teams that drop down from diamond into gold, those are always really tough
Yeah.
to play against. So I don't know. I think from what I've seen, they could stick around in gold. I wouldn't expect them to promote to diamond, but I mean, I've only seen one game.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely showed enough team coordination to and ability to set up kills and stuff like that to at least be threatening. And even if you don't have the best lane presence or something like that with your last hit ability, if you can do that sort of thing, if you can rotate well and set up kills, you're always a dangerous team, and you can take a series win if things go your way. TwitchShot also pointing out that their main player isn't here apparently, and they changed roles because of that, so that's fair. I mean, I think apparently other guy is in fact a ringer, which does make things weird for them, so I mean, that's entirely
fair. I think a team's most dangerous ability is the ability to field 5 players consistently.
That's true. That is entirely true. I mean, we see it a lot in mid and lower tier gold teams even, where people just can't get a roster together, and they can't get people to play consistently. And then you look at diamond and high tier gold, it's always the same players. So it's
that's what I value.
It's definitely big, and yes, your team absolutely fits that mold of being unable to get a consistent 5. Have you ever played like an entire cycle with the same 5 players?
No,
I don't think
we have
so.
not. It's so fucking painful.
It's because you can't get any consistency on roles then. Because like one game you're playing Clanks, and next game you're playing Suicide Pharaoh.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you get enough practice to be able to do either of those really well? And to be fair, you're a very good Clanks, I'll give you that. But, of course, Clanks can't be played, so there's that.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Anyway, Hellborn side didn't really double down on the push. Instead, they went for the Puppet Master and Kraken, so more gank-oriented with those two heroes, but definitely still a very strong team fight lineup on the Hellborn side. And once they start grouping up and pushing, it's going to be basically impossible for them to be stopped. Legion side going for the Ravener on top of Madman and Glacius, so not really interested in having Glacius freeze Ophelia creeps, but Hellborn were never going for that hero anyway because they did go for the Jungle Keeper.
And Keeper doing the old pull.
Yeah, he does have the new Stay Green alt avatar too.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. It's
Did Kyle help design that?
I don't know. I don't know who designed it or what happened, but apparently, I mean, when you win a LAN or something, you're supposed to get an alt, and I always thought it was you win a LAN, you get an alt, not one alt per team. So at this point, SG should have like 5 of them.
Yeah.
And
right?
TDM should have a few more than what they do. MSI should have a couple more than what they do.
There's only MS Ivy, right?
Yeah, there's MS Ivy, there's the TDM
one?
Monkey King, and there's the Stay Green alt. I don't know if there's anything else.
What the hell is that glowing shit on Keeper's wrists?
Glowing shit. I don't know.
See that?
Yeah, I mean, I see it. I don't know what it is, but it's pretty.
I think they were letters, but I guess not.
Just symbols. But yeah, Keeper gonna pull the bottom lane, and that's gonna help him out, of course. Or that's gonna help Kraken out, sorry.
That was barely a pull.
Yeah. They're still gonna have lane control.
I think he messed up the timing.
Yeah. Too bad. But Kraken gonna be in some trouble right off the bat, as they're gonna put some aggression onto him, as the stuns come out all over the place, and Charger actually he will be fine. It's the Stay Green logo probably. Yeah, that's actually a good call. It is. That's what it is. It's the SG logo.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, you can see it like when he's off to the side. Yeah, it's definitely the SG logo.
I was trying to look at it as
cool.
if it was letters, and I couldn't make it look like letters in my brain.
Oh yes, yeah, can change that. Yes.
They went on Magnus, but they didn't have enough damage.
Sorry, I was looking at something else, but indeed, and Raptor's taking a lot of damage from that as well, so I was kind of surprised that Glacius was in the bottom lane, because it felt like Glacius Ravener should have been absolutely what happened because, you know, Ball Lightning after the freeze seems like it's a good combo.
Mm-hmm.
But they do make the right rotation, and I absolutely approve of that. Ravener in general, though, I don't know, I'm not a fan of the hero. We saw it once today and it lost. It did get its first win in Diamond Division, so it is now, I think, 1-6, but before that it was one of 3 heroes with at least 5 games and no wins.
Impressive.
And, yeah, other 2 are Magebane and... No, sorry, not Magebane. Magebane is actually 5-0. Oh, it was 5-0, now it's 5-1. Other 2 are Balfagor and Bloodhunter. Yeah.
That's sad. I like Bloodhunter.
Really? I do not.
I like him as an anti-parasite / team support silencer.
Yeah, I think he can work. Anyway, middle lane, once again, they're going to jump to Glacius, and she will die. Yeah, so, she, whatever. Ravener trying to get the counter, but it's not enough. Double damage Dropsy helping out, no doubt. I'm okay with Bloodhunter as like a 2 or a 3, but so many teams put him in the 1 role. I hate it. Like, they have a short lane farming Bloodhunter, it's just, no.
I'm not a fan of that unless it's a 1-1, like 1v1 bottom.
Yeah, I mean, even then, I feel like if you're guaranteed, or if you think you're gonna have a 1v1 bottom, there's so many better heroes to do that with. Like Silhouette, you know?
It also depends on the lineup.
Yeah.
Like, if you're picking it to counter, I don't know, like a Doctor or something. Or a Magebane.
That's true. But I feel like there are other ways I would counter a Doctor or a Magebane than with Bloodhunter. Because, I mean, the damage bonus is really not middle lane. Ravener just barely going to survive, and Magnus is super low. Yes, there we go. So they do have a Word of Rev. And even the hero kill score as Ravener just barely survives.
Nicely done.
Yep. And meantime, speaking of switching roles up, Hellborn has switched their roles up a little bit too. Demstrats is playing the Suicide Kraken. And then middle lane we have Dark Green. Again, I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name on the Magnus. So usually a hero that Demstrats would play, I'm actually kind of surprised that they're choosing to do this. Doesn't seem necessary.
Probably just comfort with certain heroes.
Yeah, maybe. It's Kraken on the bottom lane actually having a pretty decent time, 264 gold per minute, and he is currently level 5. Other thing we haven't talked about is top lane, which is Puppet Master going up against a Madman. So Madman Suicide, much prefer that role as opposed to the carry role. And Horsebill, aka Nox, on the Puppet Master should be a really great matchup for him because he's got CC tools out the ass. And if Madman gets close at this point, he will probably die because Puppet should hit 6 pretty soon.
He ran to the shop and didn't buy anything.
Apparently, so it's some soccer. And again, I deeply apologize for butchering your name because I'm pretty sure I just did. Usually does play the mid unless it's carry-ish hero that's on the offlane like Swiftblade. So that's what the last game was apparently the aberration, and this game is the typical. As I guess they're going to transition Demstrats, I guess, into a suicide role, which is fine. I mean, he was a good mid player. I don't think he was the best mid player. So if they can get somebody else in that role, then it doesn't seem like it would hurt them that badly.
Going on Ravener.
Yep. He's going to get some trouble, but it's pretty damn tanky, so he will be able to survive. And bottom lane actually do kill Demstrats, as Master of Arms nearly falls. So other thing is, this Master of Arms playing the carry role as opposed to support.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like that when you draft an MOA, it's possible to fake out the enemy team into thinking like, oh, that's their support. So we don't have to ban any more supports.
Sure.
So I like the head games, but as far as like the actual hero, he can be strong. I don't know, are phase boots standard on MOA? I don't really play that hero.
I don't think there's anything particularly standard. It's kind of like Silhouette in that manner, where you can go Ghost Marchers, you can go Steam Boots, and depending on the situation, depending on what the player wants to do, either of those are viable builds. And Madman finally gonna die up here as he eats the Voodoo Puppet, waiting for something more. I don't know why this puppet isn't just killing him. Finally, meanwhile, I look at the Rhapsody. But Keeper looking for Madman. Yeah, he will find him just at the edge of the route, and they will finally use the Voodoo Puppet along with Puppeteer's Hold, and he finally dies. I don't understand why that took so long. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
They didn't need Keeper route.
Puppet's pulling a lot of gold. He has 2,200 gold. I don't know if... Is he rushing a Shroud or something?
Alchemist Bones. I don't know. Yeah, oh my god! Really?
Did you just purchase that?
I just made the call.
What does he have? Outbones?
Yeah. That's a bit greedy.
I guess that's makes sense for Sinophilia.
Yeah, it's fine.
A little bit.
I mean, like, it's a fine pickup, especially when you have really good farm. 7.5 minutes is pretty good farm point. And middle lane, meanwhile, I was going to put a 2-man Lava Surge down, and he's going to heal up a whole bunch from that dance floor. Notice Bustin comes out. They're trying to save this Glacius. Has been Master Run call on him as well. But he will still die, so. Another thing we didn't talk about is the combo of Master Worms and Ophelia. Obviously, very good global presence to try to save somebody, but...
Yeah,
Glacius.
but that also requires that your carry be focusing not on CSing, but on global map awareness.
Going down onto Raptor, and he will just get wrecked.
Meanwhile, top is getting that push like we talked about.
So I'm 8 minutes in, Keeper hits 7, has level 4 Tree Dogs, and says, I'm going to kill not only 1 tower, but 2 towers.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
And
it looks like MOA is rushing an Energizer with his phase boots.
So I get the, Alchemist Bones to try to stop the Ophelia creeps type thing. Is that really necessary? Like, I don't think Ophelia creeps are that big a deal. And
it's not like it's a parasite.
Right. And, I don't know, if you're going to go for a farming item, get a Thunderclaw. Like, it's a really good item on Puppet Master. And I love Thunderclaw, so buy more Thunderclaws, people.
You like a Thunderclaw over Whispering Helm?
Over Whispering Helm? Depends. Right now, considering they had a jungler and they don't have any stacks, yes. Because I feel like he can farm lane better with it, and he's going to be more active this game. I assume, since again he's not just going to go the straight farming build, and the Thunderclaw is going to give him a little bit more damage in team fights. So it's going to give him some farming presence because he's got the lightning, and it's going to give him some more damage in team fights, so he can also do that. I mean, if you went straight Helm, he'd basically be saying, yeah, I'm not going to be coming out of the woods again for another 5 or 10 minutes or whatever until I get my Shroud.
Yeah, that's true.
But a Thunderclaw allows him to gank.
Oh, and then I guess it would also be bad versus Ophelia too. Because you can just commandeer the creep, right?
I don't know. Anyway, bottom lane, Master Rom's gonna get caught by a couple of ultimates. There's Blessing coming out on top of him, but a 2-man Lava Surge. Looks like Master will be in a lot of trouble. Gets charged back and finally dies. Really took him a long time to die there. Of course, Master's Call also used. Yes. Ophelia now their target strat, but the Dem strats gets picked off in the background by the Madman who comes in. Lava Surge and finish off Ophelia. Rhapsody all of a sudden in some trouble. Puts the dust out to try to help her team kill something because Cluck is almost certainly dead here. Yeah, he is, and really Glacius gonna be the focus of the Voodoo Puppet. Not really necessary. They also kill the Madman though, so not that big a deal that they sort of wasted the Puppet ultimate. And Ravener now gonna run away because well, he doesn't really want to fight a whole bunch of Hellborn heroes when his entire team is dead.
He did manage to snipe that Rhapsody though.
Yes, he did. So, Hellborn side going to push this bottom tier 1 tower, and they should be able to get it. A couple of ports actually coming in, so the Legion side are interested in defending here. Energizer available from Master of Arms. He's looking to chase somebody down, but a Voodoo Puppet will stop any further aggression. And that'll be the end of that. Other thing I guess we have to consider is Master of Arms versus Keeper and Rhapsody. They second picked the Master, so they didn't know that the Keeper was going to come out, but obviously it's going to provide some pretty significant anti-push.
I would expect this MOA to get a Diffusal, or a Nullifier pretty, like right after this item, right?
Right. I don't know. I kind of doubt it. I mean, like, whose mana is he really going to burn? Everybody's? Anyway, Magma's going to get stopped here by nice Skeleton King Net. In the meantime, in the bottom lane, they do manage to kill Master once again, as Nox picks him off, but Magma's not going to get anything.
Well, Nullfire is a good item on MOA to begin with, and then
Keeper?
to remove Keeper Root.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, we do have a bunch of Hellborn heroes that they do like their mana. I don't know. It's really hard for me to try to figure MOA builds because I always have the feeling that no matter what he builds, he's not going to be that effective.
Yeah.
It's just he has this sort of feeling about him that he doesn't do anything.
They're probably feeling that right now.
Yeah.
Like, why do we have MOA?
I mean, like, he's got
really
Ghost Marchers and Energizer, and he took their short lane. What's he doing with it? It doesn't feel like much.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
And honestly, I don't even think that's on the player. I think that's just on the hero. I think Master of Arms just doesn't do very much. And Ball Lightning and a whiff there. That's a pretty easy dodge. Counter on a Lava Surge from Ravener. Staccato Stuns will be there as well. We're going to get Teleport coming in. Release Ultimate from Rhapsody will save all the damage onto Magmus, but she's going to be in some trouble now. His illusion gets popped, but they realize that's the real Madman, and they will put the Torrent down on him. That was it. Am I going to fake? Never mind. I don't know. But he will get a Lava Surge stun there. Release Kraken going to hit onto 3 and all the Ophelia minions. Voodoo Puppet there will immediately kill the Master of Arms, and Blake's just going to fall as well. Meanwhile, over here, Madman going to get caught out, so he'll fall at the charge from Demstrats.
Massacre!
Ends up being a 3-for-0 engagement there in favor of Shrek as Love, and they're up 12-5 hero kills. So, this game, more than last game, I think, they're playing a little bit more on the ball, and Team Zenzyg is feeling the pressure from that.
So yeah, they picked an Ophelia, and they had a solo lane bottom, so that meant they couldn't really push bottom early.
Right.
So they're also suffering from their draft in that manner.
And you'd think with an Ophelia they'd have more tower pressure than they do, but no towers down for the Hellborn team. And only the middle one is even slightly low. And Magma's going to jump in here, but only catches the Ravener as the second portal key comes in from Kraken. They should be able to kill him. No, Master's Call actually on him. He might survive. New Earth's Blessing is not available, and he will actually get the counter kill onto Mask. Yeah, Kraken. Magma's also dies in the background. Voodoo Puppet goes on to Master of Arms, but he's not going to be able to be in too much danger from that. Now all of a sudden Puppet Master could be in some trouble as he's going to take a stun. Puppeteer Soul goes on to Master of Arms, but not doing all that much. Wears off right before it would have done something, and he'll fall as well. So
Okay, there we go.
yeah, right when I was saying Ogre's starting to pick up steam and look a little bit better in this match, they feed 3 hero kills.
The
Are they going 2 towers?
I don't think so. Ophelia doesn't want another one. And Keeper in the meantime pushing a tier 2 in the bottom lane. As they will use the Cliff of Fortification, but won't be enough to stop this. Doesn't get to deny.
Very close though.
Yeah. And that cannon had absolutely perfect timing.
It's very hard to deny when the tower only has 6 health.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
No, I'm being completely serious. All those
Really?
things were hitting it, and Madman was the only thing trying to deny it.
Well,
And the
guess
tower
so.
at 6 health. The math just doesn't work out.
Madman down here trying to farm a little bit. Has Ophelia behind him, so he's relatively safe. And Keeper is just sort of hanging out invisible.
Dust. Dust right now. Dust.
No.
Do it.
I thought that Ring of Sorcery was dust. It was not. Just whisper them, Romney. Whisper them to dust. Kraken running away as they realize they don't really want to
Come on,
engage
dust.
here.
Destroyed a Legion tower.
And mid tower does go down. Nox, meanwhile, did pick up his Shroud, so not 16 minutes in, and he's got 500 gold per minute.
Oh, they should dust right now.
Oh, maybe they don't even need to because Rev Ward. And the Keeper of the Forest Root's going to go down, but he's going to eat the Ball Lightning anyway, and he's definitely going to die here. So, Bunny General walking past in a bad place. Now Rhapsody and Puppet Master both going to be in some trouble. There goes the Energizer, but a Voodoo Puppet and the release of Kraken onto 2. Not a Voodoo Puppet, Puppet Show. So Master died.
Exploded.
He died relatively quickly. And Madman going to charge over the cliff, so thanks us to. Meantime, they do manage to pick off Magmas here. Torrent will finish off Madman in the background. Rhapsody also dies. And Oath Creep gets killed by the Alchemist
Huge
Bones from
Midas.
Puppet. And
Ah,
Nox wants to engage, or is he just going to farm this? Farm this.
Okay, so it looks like MOA is going BKB. There's just no damage.
Yep. I don't know. I mean, yeah, you look at this team. Madman doesn't have very much damage yet. Glacius, unless he gets a great ultimate off, is not going to have any damage. Ophelia is not really a damage hero. She's much more about the lockdown. I guess Ravener will have some if he ever gets really going in any of these team fights, but he's also pretty damn squishy, so... not difficult to kill.
Puppet Master almost off the GPM charts.
Yeah. Mid lane, meanwhile, Ninjaja gets popped, and they're looking for something but a counter on a 2-man Lava Surge. Looks like HoN won't really want to follow that up.
You're saying MOA doesn't provide much, but he has the most hero damage right now.
He does, although I think that's mostly because of his spells. I don't think
Yeah,
his right
his,
clicks are doing very much.
It's acid.
Right, that helps a lot. And there it goes, right into Keeper of the Forest. The Rare goes down, nope, dust. And he will be spotted, so the gank from Legion side will be successful, and we managed to pick up Money General once again.
I think they should have allowed the Keeper to ult, so he wasted his ult, and then... Because it looked like he was going to, but they locked the timed the stuns to stop it. That was a bad acid.
Yeah, I was like, alright. Who does he want to watch their eyes? Because nobody's going to have to. Speaking of which...
When are they gonna... No, sorry.
I was gonna make a completely stupid point, so you can go ahead and tell me.
Mine was even stupider.
Really? Are you sure about that?
When are they gonna come out with Muslim Father MOA avatar? That's the avatar that we're waiting for.
I don't understand what that could possibly be. Meanwhile, Kraken gonna get caught out here. There goes the charge onto him as well, with the Eruption onto 3, doing a ton of damage. Madman gonna try to get away, but it looks like they will be able to immediately pick off Ravener. And Revward goes down from Legion side once again. Master Farms has his Master Call on top of him, but it's gonna wear off right now, and he's gonna take a death? Yes, he's definitely gonna die. Dancer helping to spot him. Madman gonna run past with the stock, and that looks like will be the end of that fight. And nope, he's gonna get caught out. And barrel roll, not gonna do too much. Yes, he will stalk away. No, Keeper of the Forest, unable to catch him. I don't think Master Arm's stun is 2 seconds. I know it's 1.8, but Keeper is gonna be in some trouble. Yeah, he actually will. Obviously, no root left, so he's getting locked down pretty effectively. But there goes a Rhapsody ult. Will save Keeper. Now Madman getting locked down. He's gonna die.
Huge Rhapsody gates.
Yep. Looks like HoN said we'll back off. They don't quite take the tower, but they do get another kill and some pretty good damage on top of it.
Ravener does have a PK.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and Puppet got the Whispering Helm, after all.
Okay. I mean, I like that build order. Like, I don't know why you'd go the Helm after the... or in addition to the Bones, but if you're going to go with that, then... I mean, Bones into Helm would have been way too much farm too early. He wouldn't have been able to do anything. So I like the picking up the Shroud first, but...
I like the idea. Just remove all of Ophelia's minions right away.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, they're way far ahead anyway.
My cat is very unhappy that I'm not paying attention to her. Meanwhile, Keeper of the Forest can get caught out once again, but a 2-man Lava Surge actually looks like it might save him in the meantime. His root is down, so he's going to have to just walk away from this. The Rev Ward means that he is invisible now if he wants to be. Yep, and he'll be fine. Fork Lightning actually nearly killed him, but he'll be okay. Meantime, middle lane, Madman going to get caught out by the release of Kraken, getting stunned pretty heavily, and then Aspergotas and then the Staccatos will be that.
Keeper has a root up right now.
He does.
Jeez, Ophelia ult healed Glacius 50%.
663 health? Yeah. Yep, that's 3,300 health heal. Anyway, meanwhile, middle lane. Raven are going to get jumped by a couple of heroes, but Glacius going to come in with the freeze. We'll see if Kraken can get out of this. It's actually pretty damn low. Staccato's going down onto Rab, but he's going to have to try to save his play with Correct Melody. Yep, there it is. We'll save a fair bit of damage, and he will be able to pull the away as well. Now Rhapsody going to be in a lot of trouble. And she basically was like, yeah, you live, Kraken. I'll go ahead and die. Kill the Ancients, kill the Ancients! Please, yes!
Destroyed a Legion tower.
Well done. Big plays from Buck.
I don't know if you know about this mechanic, but if Rhapsody is ulting and you're taking damage, but Rhapsody ult is blocking it, your PK doesn't go on cooldown, right?
I think it does.
It does?
Well, because it's plus 999 armor. I don't think like that's how they do the invulnerability, which technically means you're taking damage.
Okay. I thought it was more like because I know for Chipper, buffer. If you're taking magic damage.
I think that just absorbs the damage. I think for the Rhapsody ultimate, it just provides a whole bunch of magic and physical armor. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't. Chat's saying it doesn't. I'm not sure what it doesn't mean.
Hellflower up on Puppet Master.
Rhapsody is immune. Okay. Yeah, I know that's how they do it for Jairus. I figured that was the mechanic for Rhapsody too, but apparently he just, I guess he grants immunity, which means the PK is not on cooldown. I am a genius. Thank you, Twitch chat. They're so nice. Rhapsody got caught up by Ball Lightning here and uses all the Staccato stuns. Meanwhile, the Loose Kraken onto Madman right here. Will lock him down, so it's going to be a trade. 1-for-1, as in fact now Glacius died in the background here as well. Newer's Blessing a little bit late, as two of their teammates are already dead. To keep the Forest Root locking everybody down, they will be going 3-man stun as well. And it looks like Raven going to get charged up the cliff. He's going to be in some trouble. So Puppet's just cleaning up the Ophelia creeps for some reason, instead of trying to kill the actual heroes. That's not going to end very well, because now Rav has the PK away, and we'll get the teleport off, so... Puppet... does get focused. Now there's a debate. We're not really sure if Rhapsody is in fact plus a whole bunch of armor or not. Apparently we have some people going confidently that PK does not go on CD.
Didn't Breaky have someone who he would like ask these questions and then they would go into a testing game to try it out? I thought he had someone like that.
I'm not sure if he had anybody specifically that did that, or if it's just somebody did it, and he was like, oh, I'm going to use that. I don't know if there was a specific person, maybe.
I thought I remember him asking someone, like, repeatedly. But awesome. Regardless, during that fight, I think Legion identified Rhapsody as the source of their problems and decided to focus him down before working on the other heroes. I don't know if that was the correct decision, but at least they did kill the Rhapsody.
Yeah, I mean, I like to focus Rhapsody early in team fights because she is so damn squishy, and if you don't kill her, then she can turn stuff around super easy. I really do think that she should be the #1 priority. Like, if you can catch Rhapsody out, because it's just so easy to kill her. Like, it'd be one thing if she was tanky, and going on her allowed the opposing team to perhaps, get their support in, and if not save her, at least set up for the counter. But, I mean, like, Rhapsody has 1,200 health right now, and investment, so she's tankier than she normally would be, because Ogre are pretty far ahead at this point. But even then, she's pretty easily the squishiest here and the easiest to kill here on the Hellborn side. So if they can pick her off and get out, she does have steam boots. Dance Floor goes down, but not enough stun range.
I think that was just out of range of the ward, right? Or if it wasn't, then that was a silly Dance Floor.
Where he was porting? Oh, he was definitely out of range. He was in the fog on the trees. Chat continues to be confused. Okay, the question is, does Rhapsody Ultimate completely block damage and therefore prevent a portal key from going on cooldown, or does it just mitigate all but like some tiny fraction? And therefore, anyway, Legionary or Hellborn gonna jump on top of this Master of Arms. He will take the Astrolabe and the Master of Arms key, and yeah, he'll live despite the Keeper of the Forest Root coming out onto 4 in the background. Release the Kraken. Ophelia walks right back into it. Voodoo Puppet here will be able to finish off Glacius, so they're focusing the support there. That's interesting. Meanwhile, they do kill Ravener with the release of Kraken, and it looks like Madman is going to get some pressure, but he will be able to walk away.
I always find it funny when two teams place wards of sight right next to each other, and neither is aware of it.
Yes. Legion side, or Hellborn should be aware of that, because their ward is much older. I don't know if they just weren't paying attention.
They could have done it from trees.
Right, they could have done it from fog. But looks like Ogre will be taking bot racks here. Fortification going to slow it down a little bit, but a 2-man Lava Surge, and Master Rum's going to die right off the bat once again. And Puppeteers hold on to Madman in the background. He could be okay actually because of the stock. Hellborn really are kind of diving here instead of focusing the racks. They finally do kill the racks. And there goes the jump onto Magmus. Will he die here? No, he won't. Has just enough life to get out of there. And the Rev Ward going down will be able to come through with the Eruption and kill Madman. Looks like Ravener also going to be in a whole bunch of trouble as well. Rhapsody ultimate background not doing too much. Over here, Glacius gets picked off once again by Nox. Yeah, they're calling GGs here, so not a huge surprise, but I mean, game 2, they showed more fight, I guess. They took it to 28 minutes, so it wasn't exactly like a total stomp. It was closer to something reasonably fine, I guess.
Yeah, well, in game 1, I think they were even for a decent amount of it, and then a couple of bad fights turned it around.
Yeah, so, well, you have final thoughts on the game there, Romney?
Rethink the MOA, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying there's no situation in which Master of Arms is a good hero. It's kind of hard to find one, personally.
And also, yeah, Legion's laning, having the Glacius go mid, which made sense with Ravenor, but that leaves Ophelia not able to push bottom.
Yeah, that's true. And it gave it really let Kraken way back into the game too, as he had a pretty solid laning phase down there against Master, who basically couldn't do anything against him. Like, there's no way that Master of Arms is killing a Kraken by himself, and maybe not even with an Ophelia gank. So, oh well, that'll do it here for this series as Ogre takes it 2-0.